There's a question about drug pricing. There's a question about drug distribution. Do you have any insight as to why Pfizer is offering its antibody treatment, its antiviral treatment at a discount while not doing the same for the vaccine?
So I definitely don't have insider knowledge into this, but my guess is that the drug Paxlovid is a protease inhibitor. That drug, there's many others that have been in clinical trials, and I think there'll be many other versions from different manufacturers available. I think they're being smart in a perhaps competitive market. It helps with the image. And I'm personally grateful, right? Maybe this sets precedent for what happens in the future and makes drugs like Paxlovid accessible worldwide quickly.
Dr. Hansoti, this raises a larger question about profitability here. There's one thing about incentivizing some of the pharmaceutical companies to come up with novel vaccines, to come up with the technology to be able to fight future pandemics. And on the flip side, there are plenty of people saying you're making billions of dollars off the backs of individuals that are struggling to get the vaccine, of governments that are struggling to remedy some of the debts that were incurred from the pandemic. Have we entered a new regime with a new respect and a new pricing power for vaccines?
I surely hope so. So we saw some amazing innovations early on during COVID vaccine development, sharing of data, sharing of early data across different manufacturers coming together and making joint recommendations, right? This collaboration and cohesion across the industry is pretty unheard of, but I think it's the way to go, right? If we want to have rapid development, rapid innovation, implementation, and we want to lobby as an industry to the government to change their policy in order to improve uptake of interventions, then I think that collaboration hopefully will then transition into shared pricing and a new marketing power also.
Doctor, just quickly, how are these vaccine mandates working out in your industry? What's the availability of healthcare workers like at the moment, going deeper into winter?
So I know there's a healthcare worker shortage. I don't think we can blame that on the vaccine mandate. I mean, to be honest, like 30% of the workforce seems to have left. In some emergency rooms, that number is as high as 80% turnover since the start of the pandemic.
Wow.
But I think it's multifactorial, right? It's people going home to take care of their families, individuals who have gotten sick and have long COVID. Individuals were laid off early in the pandemic, right, and lost their livelihood, and now don't want to return back to the industry after they pivoted, and there's burnout. So I think vaccine mandates are not the reason for the labor workforce shortage. However, they are keeping us safe.